don't know if I'm ready for this. Let me take one more swig, just one more, clear the throat. Ooh. Hey, how you doing? Did you smile today? Hey, did you smile today? Hey, did you smile today? How you doing? So today is going to be a kind of a serious video. I know I'm smiling, but I'm actually in a good mood. I feel like talking. So today I'm going to be talking about mental health, because if you don't know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and that's kind of something that's personal to me. So the main objective of this conversation between me and you right now, between me and you, is to I'm gonna speak, and I hope that you relate to what I'm saying. I hope that I share some good advice. I hope that you comment down below your thoughts, your advice that you want to give, your struggles, anything that you want to talk about. This is gonna be a one-on-one, me and you right now. This one-on-one. So I'm not going to sit here and just talk. I'm actually gonna be doing my hair. So this is fresh out the bonnet. I put it in this weird bun thing because I kept tugging at my ends, and I'm fighting breakage right now, so I have to leave my ends alone. So I put my hair up to leave it alone. Whoo! This is what my hair is looking like. It's 6 or 7 days old. I'm gonna guess 6, but it could be closer to 7. So it is kind of wash day, but I don't feel like washing it yet. So I had this style in my head and I drew it. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it, but it's the head, 2 puffs. You'll see it come to life. So I got all my materials right here. I got my water bottle. I'm going to be using my favorite leave-in conditioner, the Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Leave-In Conditioner by Shea Moisture, parting my hair off. And I have my little cup. It has rubber bands and little lock jewelry and stuff like that. So yeah, first I'm going to dampen my hair. Not damp, it's just a little wet, so it'll be easier to manipulate. I'm going to work that in because, low porosity. Water does not penetrate my hair like it should. I personally feel like this month for mental health awareness is more important now that people are in quarantine currently, stuck in home, surrounded by their family constantly, or they're by themselves. So to talk a little bit about me, I like to keep busy. I like to work. I never relax really, and I'm the type of person who keeps their thoughts bottled up inside. It kind of takes a lot for me to say what I'm feeling. When I do say what I'm feeling, if I feel like the other person isn't listening, I feel a little bit less than. I do get sad and I do get anxious easily, but because I've never been, actually clinically diagnosed, I don't want to say that I have depression or anxiety, because I know that some people who actually have it, I had a conversation with my friends and talking about saying, oh, I'm depressed or I have anxiety when you're not clinically diagnosed. I feel like the way me and that friend's conversation went, it was you probably shouldn't say that. You can say that you're sad, or you can say that you have symptoms of depression, because I know some people, especially during the winter months, they just get sad easily because all the lovey-dovey holidays are coming up and they're just dark outside. They can't really do anything. They thrive off of sunlight and things like that. See how my curl pattern just changed because it's gonna revert a little bit. I'm gonna start with the middle part. So if you're anything like me and you're a college student, I had to move back home for the quarantine, so I'm surrounded by my family 24/7. And don't get me wrong, I love my family. It's just the idea of being back home is kind of getting to me. It's not even the cabin fever anymore. Let's start on this side first. So being back home, I've lived in the same house all my life, and my room pretty much looks the same as when I was younger. I don't know, moving back home, I feel like all the high school thoughts are coming back, if that makes sense. Okay, I couldn't really talk in parts, so I made 3 separate sections. They're probably not all the same size, but it's okay. I'm gonna start with this section first. I'm only gonna be taking a little bit of the cream because I don't need that much, honestly. My hair is pretty soft. So back to what I was saying, I'm not really sure exactly when it started happening. I can't really pinpoint exactly when. I know I have a very, very young age, but I'm a night person, so it's really hard for me to sleep at night. So I'll constantly just be having these thoughts, and thoughts where sometimes it'd be memories, or why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I do this? Why did I say this? It'll be thoughts am I good enough? Am I on the right track? What am I gonna do when I grow up? Things like that. So I'm gonna be rubber banding this to the side, kind of right here where my eyebrow is. I'm only gonna wrap it around maybe 3 times, and then I'm gonna pull it to tighten a little bit. Not too tight though, because next to my edges. I'm gonna twist this down. So I know it happened at a young age, but like the older I got, the more those thoughts like increase. Like I will constantly keep thinking about, am I good enough? Am I doing this right? Why'd I say this? Why'd I do that? Why did I say this? Why didn't I do that? And the thoughts just kept increasing the older I got, because you know, the more mistakes that you make and things like that. I'm gonna take out this next section, dampen it, put a little bit of the leave-in conditioner, and then twist it down. The only difference is that I'm gonna have it like leaning this way, so it's gonna be like kind of trying to do like a zigzag thing. So I'm gonna have this leaning this way. I'm gonna add this to it. I'm gonna untwist the end of this one and make it twist all the hair together. So like those dark thoughts were always there, and then I remember my freshman year of college was when it stopped. And when I say stopped, it's like it took a lot for it to stop. Like I had to like mentally tell myself not to think those thoughts. You're gonna get sad. So I had to tell myself, no, don't think like that, stop that. You're in a new environment, you're starting college, you're starting classes, you're gonna meet new people. You just, I don't know, I guess I just told myself to grow up. Like you just, not grow up, but you just can't think those thoughts anymore. Like you're beautiful, you're smart, you shouldn't be so negative on yourself. And that's when I started seeing like self-love and things like that on social media a lot, and my favorite YouTubers talking about self-love and things like that. So I'm like, you know what, you're right. I have no idea how this style is gonna turn out. I just want to do something while I'm talking to you guys. And honestly, like if I wanted to sleek it out and use some gel, I would, but because I might be washing my hair like a day after this, I'm not gonna use any gel. But you can use gel if you want to. So I'm gonna be moving back towards this side, and I'm gonna rubber band it. I'm gonna take this out and spray it with some water. I'm only taking a little bit, not too much. I'm gonna take a scrunchie and put it all together. So I told myself not to think like that. Now of course right away myself wasn't just like, oh okay, I won't think like that no more. No, I still had the dark thoughts. I still had like sleepless nights. It was like I either had to like tell myself not to do it, or I had to like let myself think it out. Like I had to think those thoughts through, and then it's like an inner argument. That's the best way I can describe it. I had a lot of inner arguments with myself. I don't know, my inner self saying you're not pretty enough, and then I'm like, wait, no, you're wrong, I am. So I don't know how really to describe it. If you can relate to it, then you understand. But I had like a lot of inner arguments for real. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. I had a lot of inner arguments for real. So what made everything stop was time and low-key distractions, like meeting new people, hanging out with my friends, our little 3 a.m. conversations about how we felt, and then like our past stories and things like that. And then you just realize, oh, this person relates to me. That's really helped me. So like a lot of past mistakes, like at first it was, why'd I do that? I'm so stupid. Why didn't I say this? Why didn't I do this instead? Now it's just like, well, it happened, something I can do. I had to like really accept that I can't go back and change anything. I think that was one of my biggest issues. I had to like really accept that I can't do that. So I kept saying, okay, well, I can't fix it now. It happened. I had like over time learned to laugh at it. Like I did do that stupid thing. I was young. Like things don't last forever. I don't know, like when you down here, when you down there, when you down there, the only thing to do is go back up. And bringing it back to now, to present day, moving back home, being in these 4 walls again, being in the same bed I've been in all throughout my life, and being surrounded by my family. I don't know what switched, but the thoughts started coming back, and I just felt alone again. And keep in mind, I'm an introvert. I'm like, people, I love me some people. I love you people, but people be draining, man. Like my friends, I can hang out with y'all for like a good 2 to like 4 hours maybe, and after a while I was like, all right, I'm ready to go back to my room. And they tell you that's what I do. Like after a while I was like, okay, I'm done. Like they had to like really convince me to go out and do stuff, because like I'm an introvert. I like to be in my room, I like to be in my own space. I can get into my own head, but I like to be in my own space. So it feels like that 1 step forward, 3 steps back type of thing. And they're not even the same exact thoughts. They're new, because I've had new experiences now. What if the people that you met in college won't be your friend after all these years? What if, like, what are you gonna do next? Like I get that question all the time, and then I get stuck in my head, like, what am I gonna do next? I don't really have a plan. Like I have an ambition, but the step-by-step plan hasn't like been mapped out. I'm a Capricorn. I like to have a plan. I like to know what's going to come next. And the whole virus thing, that quarantine just hit me like a rock. I'm like, oh, like I plan to do this, I plan to do that. If this didn't happen, I was gonna plan to do this. This didn't happen, I was gonna plan to do this. I think I told you guys in one of my life updates back in January, I was like, okay, I'm going to graduate, and then I'm going to find an internship and apply to all these grad schools. If none of the grad schools take me, then I'm going to work at that internship or get a job, my degree. Like, I had set plans and I had backup plans for that backup plan, but now it's like plans got foiled. And I'm workaholic. I like to work, but now I'm out of work and I'm just at home all the time with my inner thoughts. I low-key feel like so far, like, I don't really have a real mirror in front of me, but like I'm trying to do like a little zigzag thing. I think when I go look at it, it's gonna be straight back, which is fine. It's just not what I intended. So this one I'm gonna try to do another zigzag. So on this one I started this way and then I went this way. I think of this one I'm gonna start this way and then go that way. So I'm gonna move it like right here. If I had some gel, I have some gel. I'm not gonna use no gel because I don't feel like washing gel out my hair, and that will be a lot of product. Why hello, I'm still a piece of garbage. And going back to what I said before, like, I do have all these thoughts balled up inside, like, what am I doing? I'm about to graduate. What am I doing on this YouTube channel? What am I doing on my Instagram? Like, with these things like pay off, things like that. Like, I'm growing slowly. I do believe that, you know, everyone's on their like set race. You shouldn't rush things. Like, if you're on destined for greatness, you're gonna get there. You might not get there as fast as somebody else. You know, some 12-year-old playing with slime, you're not gonna get there as fast as them, but you'll get there. So like, I don't know, the numbers used to bother me, but not anymore. Just like how short my hair was used to bother me, but not anymore. And then one day I woke up, I'm like, oh, my hair's longer, huh? And like I said before, I'm a pretty like bottled up inside type of person. My friends ask me what's wrong, it'll take a lot for me to tell them what's wrong, and by the time I do say what's wrong, it'd be like that awkward silence. They're like, oh, they like, it's like different things. It's either like they'd be like, oh, and you just don't know what to say when somebody's like, yeah, I'm really sad right now, I don't think things are going the way they should, yada yada yada. And it'd be like that, oh, you shouldn't think like that, why are you thinking like that, you are beautiful, you are destined for greatness, don't think like that. You know, that little lecture. I hate being lectured, but that lecture oh. And it'll be the other oh was like, it's not the lecture one, it's the let me tell you what to do, the advice that I never asked for. Oh, you feel like that, let me tell you, you should be doing this, this and this and this and this, you should do this because my cousin did this and I know somebody else who did this, so you should be doing this and yada yada yada. And it's like, you ever just want somebody just to listen? Like, I understand that it's hard not to know how to respond, but it's easier when you say, I'm listening, like, I hear you. Like, it is okay if you say, I don't know what to say, but I'm listening. That's better than the oh, that's better than the lecture, better than the you should do this. Because unless I asked you what should I do, then you should just be listening. And that's how I feel. I don't know, my friends are amazing, don't get me wrong, they're amazing. It's just like certain things that I say, they just don't know how to react to it. And that's vice versa. Some things they say, I could sometimes do a little, oh, like after I nag you for like a good 2 days, what's wrong? And then you just like, the world is coming down, Aaron. Like, oh. But I'm the type of person, I would say oh, but then I say, what can I do to help? That's like my go-to response. Oh, what can I do to help? Because sometimes when they like tell me all these things, they usually have like a solution. They just want to run it past me. Like, it'll be helpful if you did this, this, and this. And I've learned that too. Like, women kind of treat you how they want to be treated. I'm the type of person who keeps things bottled up. If you ask me what's wrong and I'm not ready to tell you, then you have to wait. Sorry. If I ask somebody what's wrong and they're not telling me, I give them space. Now, some people want to be nagged constantly. I don't know why, but some people want to be nagged constantly. What's wrong? What's wrong? What can I do? Are you okay? And some people just want their space. I'm the person who wants my space. I treat others like, oh, they must want their space, and sometimes that's not the case. So while the rubber band's like up here, I'm gonna move it down here and I'm gonna put it this way. So this is gonna go this way. I really want to see how this zigzag is gonna turn out. I do my hair without a mirror often, you'd be surprised. And I'm going to dampen this, put a little product in it, and then put it up just like this one. So basically all this to say, for Mental Health Awareness Month, if you are feeling alone, like you're being attacked by thoughts that aren't as pleasant, if you are overwhelmed by school, finals, you know, your teachers have gone buck wild crazy over these assignments even though they chilling at home too, if you're stressed about graduating, high school, college, doesn't matter, and starting a new chapter, if you're stressed like me, like you're a workaholic and like you're not working because of what's going on, I just want you to know that you're not alone at all. Like, the biggest thing that helped me was knowing that I was not alone. Like, seeing videos of people, like, you see your favorite YouTubers, they be having the biggest smiles on their face, and then all of a sudden they disappear for like a month, 2 months, 6 months, Corey Kenshin, a lot of months, and then you're just like, they come back and they say that they've been fighting some inner battle. It's just like, it's nice to know that you're not alone when it comes to things like that. Like, if you're one of those people who like, you're sad every so often but you're not always sad, so like you kind of don't understand, but you pretend like you do understand. Stop that, because there are like real people out here who are sad constantly 24/7. You have to take medicine that kind of numbs them so they aren't as sad, even though they probably still are a little bit sad. Like during this quarantine, it's kind of a sensitive moment. I will tell you to reach out to your friends, your family, let them know that you're there for them. You don't even have to say anything. You like, if you want to check up on them and say, hey, how you doing, you can, but just a simple message that says, hey, I hope you're doing well, I'm here for you if you need to talk about anything. Something as simple as that will really help. Now I need these to be even. This one's a little bit lower than this one because this one's already dry, so wait for this one to get spruced up. I'm gonna be taking some of this lock jewelry and hiding the ruban with it. But yeah, a simple text to your friends and family will make them feel better. I've had like some people who we haven't talked to in a very long time. I'm talking like a good 2-3+ years long time. Like if y'all fell out or like you just stopped talking all of a sudden, let them know that you're there for them as well, because you just never know when somebody's going through something. Like somebody could be walking around with the biggest smile on their face and they could just be like just dying inside. That sounded really harsh. Is that harsh? So currently, even though I feel very overwhelmed by thoughts, the best thing that's been helping me is talking to friends, thinking those thoughts out, because a good little cry sometimes helps. Sometimes you just need to let it out and just have a good little cry. I journal. I like tell myself, no, you shouldn't think like that. I have like a lot of distractions. I write, I'll read, make videos, like little things to distract me, binge watch TV shows, binge watch movies, listen to my favorite songs, like those type of things to distract me, so I'm not stuck in my head a lot, especially at night. If you're religious, go ahead and pray, talk to the Lord about it, he will listen to you. And if all else fails, reach out to a professional. And also, if you're sensitive, do not watch the news. I personally do not look at the news. I look at the news if it's like high alert, red alert, this is happening, everyone in the world needs to know about it. But if it's something like, okay, another thing has happened today, don't watch that. And if you're somebody who like, no, I need to know what's going on, I need to look at the news, okay, watch the news, but I suggest that you watch something happy afterwards. Watch a story about somebody who actually recovered, somebody who got saved, is somebody who saved the day, somebody like, because the news can be very overwhelming. So if you have to watch the news, make sure that you watch something pleasant afterward. Like, I don't want to compare it to this, but it's like a horror movie. Like if you like a little bit of scaredy cat, if after you watch like a scary movie, you just can't sleep, but you watch like a few cartoons, then you doze off. Do like that. If you see something on the news that like touches your heart and you just can't take it, watch something pleasant afterwards to ease your mind. I don't want to pin it into a bun. I keep doing this to my ends, you know, just pulling it. It's kind of satisfying when you pull it and then a shed hair just slides out like that. But it's bad if you keep pulling it and then just breaking off your hair. Don't do that. I don't know. I'm gonna go look in the mirror, so I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I didn't do like any edges or anything like fancy like that. So it had like a little like curve, you know, just a little slight curve. So I feel like if I would have used gel and used smaller sections, then I could really get that little zigzag. So I might try the style again. Got a little S curve to it rather than a sharp zig. It's not like straight back, so I'm glad about that. So yeah, I might put these into buns if I start playing with them too much, but they're gonna just hang out. They shrunk up a little bit because of the water. But yeah, I decided to be a little bit more vulnerable, tell like a little snapshot of my personal mental health and like what I've been going through. They say that post-graduation depression is a thing. I'll keep you guys updated if I get hit with that. Right now I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, but it might work out for the better, but I'm really unsure. So I'm like in between right now, between being very scared about post-graduation and very excited. I'm like right dab smack in the middle, like, okay, it's happening regardless. I don't know how I'm gonna feel, but it's happening regardless. That's how I feel right now. But yeah, being back in this environment has really been affecting my sleep, affecting my thoughts. I'm thinking about changing my room around, or I don't want to change up stuff. I'm gonna move out anyway. Feel free to let me know like your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're like a little more sensitive, a little more private like I am, then feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll read them. I'll talk to you. If you just need somebody to talk to, I'll talk to you. If you're a little bit bored, a little lonely, your friends ain't texting you back, I'll text you back. Girl, what shows you watching? Boy, what shows you watching? We can talk about shows, movies, hobbies, life. I'll bestow my little 22-year-old wisdom on you. Any life events that I had to go through that you guys are going through, I can sprinkle a little wisdom. I got a little wisdom. I think I'm kind of smart. Had a lot of life experience. But yeah, I want to gradually open up to you guys more. This was a nice little video to make. It wasn't too hard, too sad, nothing like that. Yeah, that's pretty lighthearted. I'm rambling now. I feel it. Yeah. What? Yeah. Rambling? Yeah, I feel it. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Give it a thumbs up a like, comment down below, wash your hands, reach out to your family members / friends, keep positive energy, positive thoughts, distract yourself, keep yourself busy. But if you need a rest, it's okay to rest. It's okay if you do nothing today. Nothing at all. If all you do today is get to snack and brush your teeth, but if you just get to snack and stay in your bed, that is fine. That is completely fine. Why am I talking like this? But yeah, if nothing you can do today is just relax or get that one thing done, like I'm a person who makes lists, makes plans. Now that helps me, but if I can't finish every single thing on that list, every single thing in that plan, it's not the end of the world. You know, I think sometimes in the world, it's really not the end of the world. You can do it tomorrow. All these years I've been thinking I could do this, but I don't got enough time. Like, time ain't here. Like, I could be getting so much done if I had more time. Now I got all this time and I'm still kind of lazy. So, but now that we have time, we can do what we want to do, but we can still do it at our own pace. There is no rush. Unless it's a deadline, there's no rush. Come on, Aaron, it's time to go. It's time to go. Thumbs up, a like, comment down below, subscribe. Stay safe, stay positive. I love y'all. Bye.